All right, we're live again, the Indie Weekly at the Indie Week office. I'm Darryl Hurs,
Carpenter.
and every week we're talking about stuff that we're working on for the festival this year, also things that are going on in town, and just sort of overall news and topics in general pertaining to music and entertainment.
Yeah, breaking news right this minute.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin off the hook for Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, really?
The jury just came down, so they don't owe Spirit any money.
Wow.
So not guilty.
So, how do you feel about it?
I don't. You know what? I never went back and forth and checked the two songs. So
Really?
there's only. But you're a guitar player. You know, there's only so many progressions and chords and.
I listened to it, and it's really close.
Is it?
It's I don't know, like there's a poll on I think I put it on the Indie Week Twitter actually this morning about Led Zeppelin. So let us know what you think. Should Led Zeppelin be guilty or not? But it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, and there's if you look up on YouTube, there's a video of
Is there side to side or?
well, Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And they had a guest on. I can't remember his name. He's even got a whole website where he goes through almost song by song on the Led Zeppelin catalog.
I'd find something.
And you'd be like, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. You can hear Joan Baez sing basically the exact same song before they recorded it.
Wow.
Plus, over the years, the other thing with Led Zeppelin is they've done some of their reissues, and they actually changed songwriting credits without telling anybody on the
Really?
reissues.
Yeah. So did McCartney. Reversed the order with him and Lennon. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but this is where they actually gave credit to other
like
people.
Robert Johnson and people like that. Or
Just songwriters and stuff. So,
Wow.
that's an interesting one.
yeah, it just broke now. So
Really?
there you go. Beauty of being live.
Exactly right. So, then a couple other things to note. The other thing that's going on right now is the British vote, whether to exit or stay in the EU.
Yeah, there's about 3 more hours for our British friends to still vote, so it's going to be a long night over there, I think, counting the votes. I think it's going to be really close, but no football tomorrow, so you can stay up late.
Yeah, well, for us it's kind of an interesting to watch because we do have Indie Week in Manchester.
Yeah.
So we put a poll up on our Twitter account, so go to twitter.com/IndieWeek and let us know what you think about whether Britain should stay in the EU or not. So far, last I checked, it was at 60% no. So
But the polls are still open, so that's just, I guess, exit polls or...
this is just ours on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that's like we put it up there, and so far what we're getting, I think we're at 30 votes, and 60% of them are saying no. Last I checked,
Yeah, I
anyways.
think it's going to be a little closer to that in real life. I think it's going to be within a point either way.
Yeah. So again, that's another thing we'd like to hear what you think. Go to Twitter and go to Indie Week and let us know. Should Britain stay in the EU or not? Then other thing to mention is Thursdays normally we're at Lou Dogs, and tonight there's construction going on, so no Lou Dogs.
Like the rest of the city.
Yeah.
I think they're digging up the water mains over at Church and Gerrard, so we had to cancel this week, and the restaurant's closed, I believe.
Yeah. So that just means we get to go check some shows out.
Yeah, we'll go to other clubs tonight. Maybe drop by the Horseshoe and see Art Bergman, Canada's punk poet laureate, one of the greatest artists this country's ever produced, with Chris Wardman and Jason Snyderman in the band, and Ron Hawkins and the Do Good Assassins are opening as well, which will just be massive. Like, the shoe is going to be packed tonight.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And Ron Hawkins, he's from what band?
Lowest of the Low.
Lowest of the
Yeah.
Low. So, that might be a good one to check in on.
Yeah, maybe we'll run into our friend Garth Richardson, who's in town, from Vancouver, who might be a guest in Indie Week this year. I think he has shown some interest in maybe joining us in November.
We'll see. And just so you know, if you haven't heard Garth Richardson, I guess what he's really known for is he produced Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
So.
But still one of Canada's hottest producers and always in the studio. And
Yeah.
Fantastic guy, great producer. And then Friday night, Biblical is at the Bovine. I don't know if you've ever seen Nick Sewell and Biblical, which are just, you want heavy, Biblical is kind of it.
They're kind of the mainstays when
they're like the new Come On in
Yeah.
a lot of ways. Now that Ian's moved on to other things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great band.
and I remember actually, I think one of the last tours that come on was with Biblical.
Yeah, they have played together before.
Yeah.
And then Kiefer Sutherland is in town on Monday.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Jessica Mitchell's opening.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's on tour with them right now. If you haven't heard Jessica Mitchell, check out her Facebook page. She was actually on live yesterday doing one of these live videos where she pulled over because they were playing her song on the radio and talking about her.
Oh, cool.
And it's a song that she performed at the CMAOs, the awards, and only time there's ever been a standing ovation. And so her management right away said, you need to get in the studio, record this, get it out. And now she's on tour with Kiefer, song's out, and they're playing it on radio.
Wow, great for her.
Absolutely.
And Kiefer's been getting good reviews.
He's good. I was watching some of the videos, I won't lie. I was watching some of the videos online, and he's doing pretty good.
And then next Thursday is Limb Lifter at the Horseshoe, which we might have to go over and talk to Ryan about, him and his brother, Kurt and TK and John, and maybe get them to get, Age of Electric to play Indie Week this year for us. They haven't done their Toronto reunion show yet, so.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen or heard of Age of Electric, like some people might be younger, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing is like their Age of Electric to me is, they're one of the sort of like an actual turning point in indie music in Canadian history. They're the first one that had video played on Much Music on regular rotation that was completely indie with Ugly.
Yeah.
Right?
They did their own indie cassette.
That's right.
And Saskatchewan.
And the a little bit of trivia is kind of like before them it was you could only play covers in bars.
Yeah.
You couldn't play originals. And they're one of the first bands that was touring on the cover circuit that were able to start sneaking in originals. Mm-hmm. And at that time they were called Electric because they were mostly a cult cover band, or
right.
They did a lot of the cult. And they had to change their name when they started playing more originals, but they didn't want to lose their Electric audience.
Ah, that's the Age of Electric.
The Age of Electric, yeah. And so they've been playing reunion shows out west. They haven't come out east yet. And in the band, to show how good they were, Todd's now playing bass for Slash. Kurt, the drummer, was playing in New Pornographers all this time. And Ryan went on to form Limb Lifter.
Yeah, and John, of course, played with Robin Black. Let's not forget, John, one of my favorite bass players in this country. He just lays that sucker right on the floor. Love John.
Oh, man, he's one of the things that made that band for me.
Yeah.
He's got actually really great bass lines.
And a totally unique playing style.
Yeah, so shout out to Age of Electric, come to Toronto. So, another thing about us this year, we've hinted at it and we're still working on it, is we're launching Indie Beer Fest during Indie Week.
Nice timing.
Exactly, right? So with that, we have to do our research, and this week I'm trying Hopping Mad apple cider and grapefruit juice. So
doesn't really count as a beer to me.
Doesn't count as a beer. But yeah, so we're actually trying out all these craft beers now, and trying to, do our investigation and see who's going to participate this year.
But in tribute to the CBC airing the Tragically Hip Spinal Show, I'm going to have a 100th Meridian today. So.
Right. And shout out to our friends at Mill Street.
Our Mill Street friends, of course. Yes.
Right. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is we've got a film component during Indie Week called Riff, or Real Indie Film Fest. Riff, play on guitar riff.
Yes.
And so we always are showing shorts, documentaries, features, and music videos. So we're really marrying film and bands and music together. And we've come up with a new campaign called Rock Those Shorts.
Yeah, and we're literally going to marry bands and music together. We're going to take probably 10 artists.
Right.
As part of Indie Week, pick a song from each of them, and then find 10 filmmaking crews and have a competition for them to make a short film about the music that they hear.
Exactly.
So it's not something they could do ahead of time. We will pick the music for each team, and it'll be great Indie Week bands, and they'll come up with a concept, and we'll make a little competition out of it.
Right, and we'll screen it at Jackman Hall.
We'll screen it at Jackman Hall, our new home at the AGO, and so we're looking for young filmmakers out there. If you're watching this now, and if you're watching it on YouTube, and you're a young creator and have a film team, get in touch with us at our website, and
right.
We'll have some announcements shortly.
And the website for that is realindiefilmfest.com.
2 E's in real.
Exactly. And just